Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. In the last class we discussed about the few characteristic features of algae. Okay, those are very important characteristic features. Please remember all the characteristics. It will come for 5 marks or 3 marks in the final examinations. Okay. Now we will discuss about the notes which are already completed in the previous sections. Here are the notes. You can take the screenshot, then afterwards you can write. Okay, which are the points I already covered in the regular video class. Here I am giving the notes of those classes. Okay, here I mentioned that RH classification, that is 5 kingdom classification, based on the cell wall, cell structure and mode of nutrition and reproduction. He divided the organisms into 5 different categories: Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. For Plantae you can say Metaphyta. Next, the kingdom Plantae or plant kingdom have the specialized characteristics. That's why all the plant comes under the Plantae kingdom. Here are the characteristic features of the plants: multicellular and eukaryotic. All the plants are eukaryotic and multicellular, and presence of the pigment, that is chlorophyll. That's why all the plant looks like the green in color. And plant have the specialized characteristic feature like they have the capacity to synthesize their own food. That's why those are known as autotrophic by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, the cell wall is present and it is made up of cellulose. Then sex organs are covered and multicellular. These are the classes of the plants: algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Then we discuss about the 3 system of classification: artificial, natural and phylogenetic system of classification. Next you can see I wrote the artificial system and demerits of artificial system, natural system of classification and phylogenetic system of classification. Here you have to remember which scientist given the artificial system: Carolus Linnaeus. Natural system is given by Bentham and Hooker. Phylogenetic system Angler and Planter. This is very important, and based on what the classification is done. Okay, artificial system is mainly focused on the morphology. Natural system is focused on the morphology and anatomy. Phylogenetic system is mainly based on the evolutionary relationship. Okay, here and the last we discuss about the 3 important taxonomies: numerical, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy. Numerical is mainly based on the observable characteristic features. Cytotaxonomy is based on the cytology or cell structure, function and the behavior of the cell in the organisms. Chemotaxonomy is mainly based on the chemical constituents which are present in the plant. Okay, the chemicals normally present in the plants are known as alkaloids, phenols, tannins. Okay, then finally we did the classification of plant kingdom. The plant kingdom is divided into 2 categories: cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are known as non-flowering and seedless plants. Phanerogams are known as flowering and seed bearing plants. This is very important. Then based on the plant body, cryptogams are again divided into 3 categories. Those are thallophytes, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Thallophytes again divided into 3 groups. Those are algae, fungi and lichens. Because algae is pigmented, fungi are non-pigmented, lichens are the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. This is like a revision for you guys. I already completed these topics in the previous classes. Next, on the again the phanerogams are again divided into two classes, gymnosperm and angiosperm, because gymnosperms are naked seeded. Here the seed is not protected, okay, but in case of angiosperm the seed is fully protected, and angiosperms are mainly flowering plants. I forget to mention here, angiosperm ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದರೂ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು ದ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ angiosperms are again divided into two groups, monocots and the dicots. Based on what? Based on root structure and number of cotyledons. Monocots are having the fibrous roots with a single cotyledon. Dicot are the group of plants which are having the tap root and a two cotyledon. ಏಕದಳ ಮತ್ತು ದ್ವಿದಳ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈಬ್ರಸ್ ರೂಟ್, ತಾಯಿ ಬೇರು, ತಂತು ಬೇರು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ the plant kingdom, overall plant kingdom classification I wrote in a brief diagram. You can, by using this you can easily remember. Plant kingdom, two categories, cryptogams and phanerogams. Thallophytes, again in the cryptogams, three categories, thallophyte, bryophyte and pteridophyte. Then in the thallophytes, algae, fungi, lichens. In the phanerogams, again gymnosperm and the angiosperms. This is the classification of plant kingdom on basis of many characteristics. Next we discuss about the algae. We started the one of the thallophyte, that is algae. Algae is commonly known as seaweed. The study of algae is known as a phycology. We discussed about the characteristic features of algae. First one, habitat. Many types of algae we can see. Those are hydrophytic, xerophytic and terrestrial algae also present. Then plant body. The vegetative plant body in case of algae is haploid, unicellular, we can see the multicellular, colonial and branch type also. I mentioned some of the examples. Then nutrition. Nutrition, here algae comes under the category plantae, that's why it have the capacity to synthesize its own food by the photosynthesis, that's why it is known as a autotroph. But rare cases algae are parasitic, means we can see the parasitic algae also. Then reproduction. In case of algae, the reproduction takes place by three processes: vegetative, asexual and sexual types. Vegetative reproduction is using the vegetative parts of the different types, vegetative parts of the plant. Okay, in the vegetative reproduction it takes place by different parts of the plant body. Okay, again based on that the vegetative reproduction have the different types like fission, fragmentation and budding. Next one, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is without the fusion of gametes, mainly by the zoospores. Remember this one guys, asexual reproduction means it is by the spore formation. Asexual reproduction ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, not only in the algae, any group of the plants like bryophytes, pteridophytes. Okay, asexual reproduction is mainly a reproduction but without a formation and without a fusion of gametes. ಯಾವುದೇ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದೇ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಥರ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ algae it is mainly occurred by the zoospores. Zoospores ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಟೈಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲೇ zoospore ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೂ those spores are motile, they have the capacity to move. Then aconites, endosperms and exospores. These are the different kinds of spores, I will explain later. Just remember the spore names. Then sexual. The sexual reproduction is mainly by the fusion of gametes. Here two types of gametes we can see, sexual and male and female gametes are present. Next, isogamy. Here in the sexual reproduction, again 3 types based on the physiology and the morphology of gametes. Isogamy. Isogamy is one of the type of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. Here we can see the fusion of morphologically and physiologically similar gametes. Male ಮತ್ತು female gametes, those are very similar to each other. Okay, that type of fusion is known as a isogamy type of fusion. Okay, example Spirogyra. Then second type of sexual reproduction, that is the anisogamy. Here we can see the fusion of morphologically and physiologically different gametes. Here the gametes are different in both the morphological, that is the external and internal features are very different. Okay, example for the anisogamy, that is the chlamydomonas. Then oogamy. Oogamous is another type of sexual reproduction. Here you can see a major difference than the isogamy and anisogamy. Oogamy means fusion of morphologically and physiologically dissimilar. It is a characteristic features of anisogamy, but here a small motile sperm fuses with a large non-motile egg. Here the two gametes are present, male and female. Always the male gamete is motile and female gamete is non-motile. Male gamete is smaller than the female gamete. Okay, here you can see this one is a sperm, this one is a egg. Sperm is a male gamete, egg is a female gamete. This type of gamete fusion is known as a oogamous type of fusion. Example is a Volvox. Okay, we discussed about the previous class notes. Now we move to the important and next topic of this chapter, that is the classification of algae. In your NCERT book this classification is not given, but for your NEET examination it's very important. Here you have to remember the pigments and the important common names and reserve food materials. Okay, these are the, I mentioned here only the important classes of algae. Here first class algae are classified, means algae have the classes, 9 classes. First one, Chlorophyceae. Okay, here in the plants, any family or any class which ends with the ACA, we can say it is a ACA. Chlorophyceae, Xanthophyceae, Chrysophyceae, Bacillariophyceae, Cryptophyceae, Eugleonophyceae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae, Myxophyceae. We have to read like this, Chlorophyceae. Here Chlorophyceae is a class of algae which have the pigments. I told that every algae have the pigments chlorophyll, carotenoids and xanthophyll, but here every class have the different pigments. Okay, some common pigments are also there. Usually chlorophyll A and B are very common. Chlorophyll A is most common in all the algae. Okay, then reserve food material. I told that the plant have the capacity to synthesize their own food by the photosynthesis. After the photosynthesis, the food is produced inside the plant body. Okay, that produced food is stored inside the plant only for the future uses. Okay, that food is known as a reserve food material. For example, we depends on the plant for our food. We are heterotrophs. Okay, we are eating the vegetables, cereals and pulses. Okay, those plant perform the photosynthesis and reserve the food material in the form of glucose. Now plant anna consume ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, energy in the form of glucose. Okay, here normally the plants reserve the food in the form of glucose, but algae are reserving the food in a different forms. Here you can see Chlorophyceae reserve food material is starch. The Chlorophyceae, you just remember chloro means green, okay. The common name of Chlorophyceae is green algae. Then Xanthophyceae, Xanthophyceae have the pigments like chlorophyll A and B, carotenoid, those are the common pigments. Then it's very important, Xanthophyceae is having the reserve food material that is fat and leucosin. Then it is commonly known as yellow algae. I told that xantho means yellow color, okay, that's why it is known as a yellow algae. Then Chrysophyceae have the common pigments like chlorophyll A and B and carotenoids, and reserve food material is oil and leucosin. It is commonly known as golden brown algae, okay. Just remember the common names and reserve food materials and pigments. The pigments are not different, those are same almost all. Then Basilarophyceae, Basilarophyceae having the pigments like chlorophyll A and C, carotenoids, okay. Then reserve food material is a fat, okay. The Basilarophyceae are commonly known as diatom. Just remember Basilarophyceae ಬದಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಯಾಟಮ್ ಅಂತೂ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಡಯಾಟಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರುವ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಫುಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಯಾವುದು, ವಿಚ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಫುಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡಯಾಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೈಸ್, Basilarophyceae and diatoms are same. Then Cryptophyceae, Cryptophyceae is having the here in the Basilarophyceae you can see the chlorophyll C instead of chlorophyll B. Here also same thing, Cryptophyceae, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C is present, carotenoid and xanthophylls are present. Then reserve food material is a starch. In Chlorophyceae also starch and Cryptophyceae also starch. The Cryptophyceae is commonly known as a cryptomonads. Then Eugleonophyceae, Eugleonophyceae have the pigments like chlorophyll A and B, not no carotenoids and xanthophylls. Then reserve food material is fat and paramyelin starch. Just remember this one, paramyelin starch. Then these are commonly known as euglenoids. Then next one, there is a very important class of the algae, that is the Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae have the pigment chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B is not there, xanthophyll, only the xanthophyll is present. Then the reserve food material is laminarin and mannitol. Then it is commonly known as brown algae, okay. Then next class, that is the Rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae having the pigments like chlorophyll A, phycocyanin, phycoerythrin. Phycoerythrin is present in the Rhodophyceae. I told that phycoerythrin is the red color pigment, phycocyanin is the blue color pigment, okay. The reserve food material is very important, fluorine starch. Then it is known as a red algae because of presence of this phycoerythrin, it is the red algae. Then Myxophyceae, Myxophyceae is one of the primitive algae. Here you can see chlorophyll A is a pigment, phycocyanin and phycoerythrin, both the pigments are present. Here it is reserve food material is a cyanophacian starch and it is commonly known as blue green algae, okay. In examination, in the NEET exams or final examination, the questions arise like this: the mannitol is present in which class of algae, or the Phaeophyceae reserve food material, which reserve food material is present in the Phaeophyceae, or you can expect the question like this: Rhodophyceae member stores the food material in the form of what, okay. Like these questions will come in the final examination, okay. Here you have to remember 3 important classes in your NCERT book. Those are given for a detailed study. First one Chlorophyceae, second one Phaeophyceae, third one Rhodophyceae. You have to remember the each and every class, reserve food material and pigments. Just you have to remember the Rhodophyceae and Phaeophyceae pigments, those are unique. Rhodophyceae is known as a red algae, okay. You have to remember these common names also. You can expect a question like this: which what is the Common name of Rhodophaceae. What is the common name of Phaeophaceae? Those are very important questions. Maybe they will come for the examinations. Then most important thing is the reserve food material. Okay, fat and paramylin starch, laminarin and mannitol, floridin starch, cyanophasian starch. Those are very important. You can see the questions from this topic in every NEET examination. For your in your syllabus, the Chlorophyceae, that is green algae, is for the detailed study, and Phaeophyceae, that is the brown algae, is for detailed study, and also a red algae, that is Rhodophyceae. You have to learn about the important characteristic features of these three classes and the importance of these three algae. Now we can move on to the next study, that is the Chlorophaceae, that is the green algae. Yes, these are the characteristic features of Chlorophaceae. Chlorophaceae is commonly known as green algae. I told that the chlorophyll pigment is present, that is A and B. Here the Chlorophaceae is unicellular and multicellular. Here observe one thing, these are the characteristic features of an actual algae, but you should discriminate, or you have to identify the differences, then only you can understand the basic reason for detailed study of Chlorophaceae. Okay, these are the common characteristic features like algae. Algae is commonly known as, Chlorophaceae is commonly known as green algae, but here the algae is commonly known as seaweed. Unicellular is also present, multicellular, if the multicellular, it is filamentous, colonial. Okay, then the pigment is mainly the chlorophyll A and a chlorophyll B, both are the green pigments. Then the chloroplast, it is one of the very important characteristic feature of the Chlorophaceae. Here I will write important, because here in Chlorophaceae the chloroplast means it's one of the cell organelle. ಈಗ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟು ಇರುತ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಕೋಶದೊಳಗೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕೋಶ. ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಲ್ಲೇ. ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಲ್ಲೇ ದ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೀನ್ algae. ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ algae ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ Chlorophaceae is it have the different shapes chloroplast, like discoidal, disc shape irutte, then plate like, reticular, cup shaped, spiral or ribbon shape anta karitivi ನಾವು. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈ ಥರ, plate like, then reticular, then cup shape, then spiral, it's like this. These are the different shapes of algae we can see in case of Chlorophaceae. Then the Chlorophaceae member cell wall is made up of cellulose. Along with the cellulose, the outer layer of cell wall is having the pentose, is one of the cell chemical constituent. Then in case of Chlorophaceae, the specialized structure is present, that is the pyrenoid. This is very important. Pyrenoids are present in the chloroplast. Okay, then what is pyrenoid? Pyrenoid is nothing but a small droplet which have the, or which stores the food material. You know that the reserve food material, here I will mention, reserve material is starch. Okay, in case of Chlorophaceae, reserve food material is starch, which stores inside the chloroplast in the pyrenoids. Okay, those pyrenoids are present in the chloroplast which stores the reserve food material, you can just say food material. This is your notes. I will not provide any other notes. This is the notes only. In the notes only I am explaining all these things. Then here in case of chlorophyceae, the reproduction takes place by 3 types: vegetative, asexual and sexual. Same like in the normal characteristic features of algae. ಮತ್ತು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನೋ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನು. Asexual means by the zoospores. Sexual reproduction is by 3 types, 3 processes. Isogamous, ಏನಿರಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ gametes are physiologically and physically similar. Anisogamous ಅಂದ್ರೆ the gametes are physiologically and physically dissimilar. And oogamous means the large non-motile egg fuses with a small motile sperm. Then example for chlorophyceae. Chlorophyceae example ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Spirogyra, then Chlorella, Chara. There are so many other examples are there. Just you have to remember these 3 examples. Okay, then students, observe one thing. Here the characteristic features are in the correct manner. Like first, structure of the organism comes like unicellular, multicellular. Next, pigment comes, then the cell organelle, then the cell wall, then reproduction. You should write like this only. Okay, for every characteristic feature for any plant class, you should write the characteristic in this format only. First you have to mention the habitat, next the plant body, next pigment, next nutrition, last point comes, that one is the reproduction. Okay, don't forget the format. If you follow this format, you can get the full marks. Okay, just remember these 3 important points here. Here the chloroplast is present, but here different types of chloroplasts are there in the different species. Okay, pyronoids are present, and the reserve food material is starch, and pigment is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. These are very important characteristic features of the chlorophyceae. Okay, then in the next class we will discuss about the another 2 classes of algae, that is Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Those are very important algae. Phaeophyceae is known as brown algae, Rhodophyceae is known as a red algae. Okay, write all the notes which I shown today. Okay, then send it to me. Send those notes to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, if you have any doubts on this topic, you can easily ask. Don't worry about the notes. Lots of students are asking continuously, ma'am send the notes. Okay, don't worry about the notes. I will send after completion of this chapter, or after completion of the small topics. If I shown like this, you will not read more, or you will not understand the concept. Just you go through the notes. That's why I am not providing daily. Just firstly you have to ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋ ಥರ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕಳೆದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬುಕ್ ಓದಿದ್ರು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಬುಕ್ ಕೊಡೋಕಿರ್ತಿರೋದನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬುಕ್ಕನ್ನು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಬುಕ್ಕನ್ನೇ ಓದ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಬೇರೆದೇನೂ ಬರೆದಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ NCERT ಒಳಗಿರೋದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದಿರೋದು. ನಾನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ NCERT ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್. ಆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಷ್ಟು ಐತಿ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಲೈನ್ ಟು ಲೈನ್ NCERT ಬುಕ್ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಹಂಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ರೀಸನು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಟುಮಾರೋ.